Have you ever said to yourself, why can't I just get it together and make my life a success? You've got ideas, goals, maybe even a big vision for your life. But somehow the days slip by. You open your laptop, scroll a little, research a few things, answer a few messages, and before you know it, bam, the day's gone. And that voice in your head kicks in, you're lazy, you lack discipline, you never finish anything. I want to stop you right there, because that voice, that inner critic, it's wrong. And here's what's really going on. Hey, before we jump into this, a quick heads up. If you stick around to the end of this episode, I'm giving away a free month of Zygon Premium, a $47 value. You'll get full access to our mind technology that helps you program success into your subconscious, boost your focus, and unlock higher states of performance. All you have to do is subscribe to my channel here and leave a comment on this video. I'll tell you exactly how to get access at the end. Now, let's get into it. Here's something I've learned after decades of mind training work. Most people aren't lazy. They're distracted, chronically overstimulated, mentally scattered, and today more than ever. Our brain is under siege. Dings, notifications, endless refreshing feeds, checking email. Our digital environment is engineered to fragment your attention. And when your attention is fragmented, so is your energy. So is your power. You lose your momentum. The world keeps pulling your attention and scattering your focus until you even forget what you're even trying to build in the first place. Here's what most people don't realize. Every time you switch tasks from your goal to your inbox to a message and then back again, you're draining cognitive fuel. And this idea of multitasking that was such a great idea 20 years ago, well, it's not really such a great idea because there's a cost to context switching. It's like driving with one foot on the gas and the other foot on the brake. You're busy. You're not going anywhere. Your brain burns resources trying to reorient itself, to refocus, to re-engage. And then what happens? You feel mentally tired, emotionally depleted and unsatisfied, guilty that you didn't do enough, even though you were active all day long. Does that sound familiar? The other day I was out putting up some new fencing on my backyard. I have a home in northern Arizona, and we have these javelina that come in and invade the backyard, and they eat up all my wife's plants. So I got all the materials, and I made a morning of it. And then afterwards, I felt great satisfaction from completing something that solved a real problem. My wife was happy too. You know what I'm talking about. When you complete a task, especially a physical one, you see what you accomplished, and it feels good. That's focus and what it does on a practical level and an emotional one. And we're starving for that in the digital world where nothing ever feels truly done. Here's the good news. You can reclaim your attention. You can train it like a muscle. And when you do, everything changes. I call this practice the focus reset. And it works. And it's simple. You just have to have the discipline to use it every day. And here's how you do it. Set a 25-minute timer on your phone. This is your focus block. One task, no switching. During this time, you're doing only one thing and doing it deeply. And that's what I now do daily. It's made a huge difference. And mostly how I feel about things. Whether it's writing, strategy, planning, or just thinking, that single focused time will do more for your goals than 10 hours of scattered activity throughout the day. 2, and say this out loud before you begin. This is my time. I choose clarity now. Might sound odd, but this actually triggers your subconscious to enter a focused state. And then 3, when the timer starts, work. No distractions, no switching of tasks. If your mind happens to wander, just gently return and set out what you were going to do. No judgment. 4, Then when the timer ends, take a 5-minute walk. No phone. Let your brain reset. That's it. Just do this one simple thing a day, and in a week, you'll feel the difference. I do this every morning. It's become my new sacred creative window. I've extended it recently to an hour, and I use this power hour to write. And just like that fence project, when I finish a session, there's a deep, grounded sense of satisfaction. Another trick that works for me is to break the day into chunks where I take a number of brain breaks and mix it up with physical activity. There's always a lot going on, but when I do this, I don't feel that overwhelmed feeling of just working nonstop. Find your own balance, but if you learn to use the focus reset protocol and it becomes a daily practice like yoga or meditation, and your brain it just goes into a different mode to get into that state, you can make some real progress on things that you want to get accomplished. This rebuilds your sense of personal power. Let's get one thing clear. This isn't about willpower. It's about structure. You don't need more hustle. You just need a better rhythm and tools that support your nervous system and your focus. That's what Zygon was built for, to give you the tools to help you train your brain to feel that presence in the now and to stay on purpose, with the end goal of work being to get the most satisfaction and happiness out of life. Okay, let's jump into some questions. Question 1, but I really do feel lazy sometimes. What if it's not just a distraction? Well, great question, and we all have those days, but feeling low energy isn't the same as being lazy. Most of the time, what feels like laziness is actually just overwhelm, mental fatigue, or a lack of clarity. Instead of judging yourself, try asking, what's one small win that I can create right now? Then build from that. Movement and momentum creates motivation. Question 2, how do I stop checking my phone every 5 minutes? Try doing what we just talked about. Start by reclaiming just 1 hour a day. Leave your phone in another room. Use a timer. Tell yourself, this hour is mine. The more you do this, the more you'll start to feel what deep focus actually feels like, and you'll crave more of it. And if you want help, Zygon has mind programming sessions like the Brain Supercharger Library that can help install this reflex over time. Question 3, what's the first step if I've lost control of my schedule? First thing is maybe you need to shrink your goals a bit. Don't try to fix everything. Just pick one task, one promise that you keep to yourself, and do it fully. That's how you restore momentum. Like I mentioned earlier, if you want to build this kind of focus into your daily life and unlock your next level of performance, here's how to get Zygon Premium free for a month. Subscribe to this channel, comment below, and tell me what your biggest takeaway was. Then go to zygon.net/free month to unlock full access to where we'll deliver hundreds of brain training tools, guided mind programming sessions, and full life design systems, all engineered to help you think clearer, act faster, and create a life you love. Thanks for being here with me today. You're not lazy. You're learning to work with your mind, not against it. I'll see you in the next video or inside the Zygon app or academy. Stay empowered.